Well, winter has finally gone away, at least for now. And I guess for all I know, it could be 6 inches of snow on the ground next week with the way this winter's been, but it's a nice warm day, and I've decided that I'm gonna bring the 106 here back out of its winter slumber, as well as the 107. The 107 has been parked pretty much since whenever the last video I made on it was, when I welded up the drive hub in there. After that, I parked it, I shut the gas off, disconnected the battery, flipped the seat up, and put that can over the exhaust, and it's been here ever since. You can see some leaves have kind of blown in and collected around it, but it's no big deal. And the 106 was last used around Christmas, was when I last used it. So it's been sitting for about 2 months in here. And I disconnected the battery on this one a lot more recently. I don't usually disconnect the battery on it, but I decided to for safety reasons. So all I've done so far is I've reconnected both batteries and made sure that both of them spin over, which they do, which I'm a little impressed about the 107 because it's been sitting out there all winter. But I knew the 106 would be fine. I've never had to charge the battery on the 106. But yeah, I'm about ready to wake him up and let him make some noise again for the first time in a little while. She's a little low on oil there. It's good enough to run it. I need to do an oil change on this before I start working it. So that's going to be coming up soon before I put the mower deck back on it. That's something I'll do. Pick up a couple bottles of oil. Well, I guess we'll see what she got. Fuel shut off is a little stiff. Clutch in, not in gear. Throttle down. My keys out, and see if she lights off. I'm gonna have to do this one-handed. So operating the choke is going to be a little difficult. Here goes nothing. Come on. We got this. Oh, that's strange. Definitely smells like gas over here. I don't know. Guess there's no guarantee on spark. I'll check for spark and fuel. I know we got compression. I'll bring you back in a moment when I got this figured out. Well, I pulled the plug out and it was instantly clear what the problem was. The plug was completely dry, which obviously meant no fuel. I did plug it back into the wire and test it anyway just to make sure, but yeah, good strong spark there. So I just reset my jets. I had to do some adjusting on it back in winter last time it ran. Didn't want to run right in the cold weather, so I guess this kind of makes sense that I'm dealing with this now. But after I did that, it just gave a little pop with here, so hopefully it should light off now. Choke it. Starting to wonder if maybe my carb bowl is actually stuck. Or not bowl, my carb float is actually stuck in there. And it's not allowing any fuel to flow into it. Yeah, it's completely dry inside the carburetor, I can see. So I think that might be our problem. That's an easy fix though. Just whack the bowl a bunch of times with some screwdriver handle and we'll see if that makes a difference. Ooh, it's all wet. Well, my bowl might be leaking again. Wouldn't be the first time. Come on. Now maybe she'll fire up. There we go. Oh, come on. I don't want to crank on any further. Obviously there's something in my carburetor gunking it up. So what I'm going to do is hold off on this one for a little bit. I'll go do the 107 and I'll come back and I'll take that carb off of there and bring it over to the workbench and give it another cleaning. I guess I should have known better when this was acting up back in the winter that it really needed a cleaning and not an adjustment. So I'll come back to this in a little bit. Alright, to the 107. Like I said, this one impressed me a little bit because it's still cranked over with that battery, even after sitting out here for so long. Let's see what our oil looks like though. It's dark, but that's usually just the stick. They collect the sludge on them for some reason. The dipsticks do. I don't know why. There's probably some science to it. Here though, watch. If I wipe it off and I put it back in there, it'll be cleaner oil. Should be cleaner oil. I barely ran it with this oil in it. Oh yeah, look at that. So nice and clean that is. So it should be, because like I said, I have like no hours on this oil. But I'm curious what she's gonna do. This one, I didn't have any known issues with it last time it ran. It was just a long time ago. So I'll open up my little fuel bowl there. Put the key in it. That would help. Get some choke. Oh yeah. Tired old 12 horse still has some life left in it. At least for now. I am still gonna get the original engine rebuilt. It's sitting on the workbench right now. Just waiting to get around to it. Hopefully I should be doing that soon enough. But we'll see. Light's going too. Make sure she moves. Yep. Well, there you have it. That's the 107. She's creeping forward on me. Yeah. She still runs just as good as ever. Except for all the smoke. But that's because that's a tired engine right there. Can't complain, can I? Hopefully there's no mouse nests in the fan shrouds. I didn't check this one. Whoops. Nah, it looks okay. Uh-oh. Why is that loose? That might have been from when I was setting up the lights. I might have thought about that bolt as a possible ground for him, but then didn't. Oh well. I'll tighten that up. But yeah, there you have it. There's the 107. So now it's time to get to digging into the 106 and see what's going on with that carburetor. So I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, well, after a short joyride on the 107 and getting the carburetor pulled off and up here on the workbench, I have immediately found my problem. And I do believe that this is just the unfortunate reality of modern day gasoline. You can see what I've got is a bunch of gel in the bottom of the bowl and stuck to the float and inside of the main passage there. So what I'm pretty sure this is just the ethanol from the gas that's gelled up. I'm pretty sure ethanol gels up, and I'm positive that's the problem. It's probably not letting any gasoline get through there at all. So this is all gonna have to come apart, and I'll clean it out, and hopefully once I put it back in there and tune it, maybe it'll run a little better than it did. So I'll get to it. I'll bring you back when I got it back on the tractor and ready to try and start it again. Alright, well I would say that looks a lot better. All that gunk out of there and out of here. Clean that all up. So I'll put it back together now, get it back on the tractor, and we'll see if she decides to light off and run for us. Alright, got the carburetor all back on there, mounted up. Doing a little bit of fiddling with stuff to get the bowl to not leak. I do need to order a carb kit and do a full rebuild on that soon. I need a bushing too, because the throttle shaft has got a fair bit of slop in it. So that's going to be something I do probably within the coming year. I'll order both the carb kit and the bushing, and I'll just do them both at once. Clean it all up real good, and hopefully I'll be good to go. As long as I don't get more ethanol gelling up in the bowl like that. I'm not gonna be able to take it for a ride like I wanted to, but it's so dark out. But I can still see if she's gonna fire up. I don't know if the tuning is right, if it's gonna want to fire up, but we'll find out. Make sure the governor's hooked up. It is. So I make sure that's hooked up. I'm not gonna lose my governor and just shoot full throttle. It is hooked up, so we'll see what happens. I'm not choking it yet. I'll give it a choke. Well, that's a start. Coming. Might open up my fuel because it's starving for gas. That's what it's doing. Is it starving? Boy, my clutch sure don't sound too good, does it? A little bit too much. Sure, not enough rather. The hood rattling doesn't help. Sounds alright right now though. That don't sound too bad. It's definitely not correct either. I'll look into it some more. But hey, it's back alive again. That carburetor still could have some gunk in it too. I couldn't get it fully apart. The slot on that emulsion tube for where you're supposed to unscrew with a screwdriver is all stripped out because it's only brass, and it's probably stuck in there pretty good for whoever previously did work to that carburetor. So unfortunately that's still in there, but it ran, which is an improvement. It was definitely all that gelled up ethanol that was causing it, so I'm gonna call that good enough. I don't need to bore you guys with more carb adjusting and all that, because that might take a while. So I'll end this here. If you like these old Cub Cadets, keeping them going, keeping them running around, doing stuff, consider subscribing if you don't miss out, because I do a lot of stuff with these. I love them. They're really nice machines. They're a lot better built than just about anything you could buy today of equal size, and they usually cost quite a bit less unless you go all out, but as you can obviously tell, I haven't with mine. I like the original look to them. The work clothes, as they're called. So yeah, if you like these old things, consider subscribing. Leave a like if you like these two in particular, the 106 and 107. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.